Welcome to North Pole. Oh, hold on. I was going with the beard.
Oh.
I know. And you're wearing red.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's
I'm wearing red for like anger.
because you're tempering the anger,
Mhm,
or
mhm.
you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm Ken,
Debbie,
and this is Go Fuck Yourself.
my vibration is just fine.
And this is the first time you're seeing
Our faces.
Our fate. Well, yeah,
Not-
yes.
Well, my face, not
Well,
his face.
Because normally when we record, I put the phone this way, and all you get is the ceiling.
Mhm.
So that's why we've never done video before, but we're doing video now, and
We're being bold and brave, so be nice.
yes, yeah. And by the way, if you're not nice, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Our vibration is just fine. So for those of you, so we had a question about the t-shirts, which we have a couple back here on the wall. When you go online to buy them, and all the pictures are just of
Tank tops.
hot little me with the tank top on, but when you go to click your size, you can actually pick if it's a tank top or a t-shirt, and I think and the size. So the pictures are just for the style, but you can go online and find those, and I will do my damnedest to put a link below.
Sorry, my dear.
Someone's gonna have to.
I should be doing all this extra stuff behind the scenes stuff, not you.
You will be.
I am.
You will be.
I'm gonna.
In the new year. That's one of the things we're gonna talk about today. Right.
So this comes out on January 1st. Happy New Year!
Yay! Happy new Gregorian calendar year.
Yeah. Is anybody happy about it?
I don't know if I'm. My only happy about it is that we'll be done with Christmas, because I think I don't like. I'm not anti-Christmas. Christianmas. What I am anti is the fakeness.
Oh yes.
I went to the Death Cafe up in Twilla, and they were asking about like how do people deal with death in at the holidays, and I was just like, well, my mom's mom died Monday after Thanksgiving. My grandfather died on Christmas Day. My grandmother died 5 years later on the 21st. So I was already like, it's just not my. I'm not Christian, so that's one thing. So I celebrate solstice, which is going to be tomorrow. And I just realized they got around to me and they were like, what about this? And I realized that part of the thing that I really hate is about the holidays is that it's just fake. Like okay, everyone, let's go around the table, and everyone has to give one thing you're grateful for, but right. You can't repeat answers. So you always want to be first, because then you don't have to like. So, yeah, I'll be glad to be done with that. Yeah.
I like it, but I think it's my own way of not having that as a kid. So I tried to recreate it for my kids, and I want that. Family bonding stuff that comes around it, Yep. This year, it just doesn't. That excitement and the lightheartedness, and it's just not there. I don't know what it is.
Well,
and the fact that it's 60 degrees in northern Utah in the middle of December.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with. Well, yeah. I'm okay with that for now. Because what's hard for me is that, or what traditionally has been harder for me, is that it seems like once end of October hits, it's cold.
Winter.
Yeah. And so it's cold. And so cold and then getting darker, less light every day. I've always been super grateful for solstice hitting, because even though it's going to be cold, it's getting lighter every day. Well, the thing that was always hard was that it seemed like there was 5 to 6 months of cold.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah. And so this year it's been a little bit more fall and a little bit more. Well, I was wearing. I went for a walk this morning with Henry, and
right.
tank top and shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm grateful and hopeful that we'll get a lot of moisture from now until spring equinox, and then we'll be back to more light every day, and it'll be getting warmer. So I'm okay with 3 months of cold. Like I'm okay with having distinct seasons.
Yeah,
because I feel like for many years now it's only been like hot, cold, and then a little bit of in between. So I'm great. I'm looking forward to that. I just hope it comes, because you're right. Like,
yeah, it's gonna bite us in the ass hard if it don't.
If it doesn't, we're gonna be on water restrictions, and they're building 1,600 new homes or whatever.
Because why plan ahead for that stuff? That makes no sense.
Have you seen the new billboard that says water runs out? It's over. If you're coming off of, you get off the freeway at Lake Point, and I think it's between there and Salisbury. It says water runs out, and it has like this dry, cracked desert, and so it talks about water conservation. And I was like, oh, finally.
Well, yeah, because they're getting scared now because the Salt Lake's running out.
I looked out there the other day, driving past it, and I'm like, oh, I want to take my students out there and have them stand as far as we can out in the middle of it and see what, sorry for the woo-woo stuff, but what that feels like to be in the Great Salt Lake kind of thing. Like, what does the Great Salt Lake feel like? So, yeah. Starbucks is not a sponsor of our show.
But you can be.
Yeah. Because we have millions of followers. We're like the morning show.
Right.
Twice a month.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
What's
New Year?
New Year, New You.
New Year, New You.
New Year, New You. Makes me.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
I don't like that.
No.
It's not going to be a new me. But let's talk about things we want to not carry over into 2026. Things that must go.
Okay.
There's a lot in society. We know this. So we can't. But we're going to do 3 things in our lives, or that we, affect us daily.
So let me ask you this. Did you have criteria, or did the criteria, like, how did you decide what are the 3 things that need to go?
They just been coming up over repeatedly the last month.
So
and it's pissing me off.
So you're paying attention.
Yeah, it still hasn't gone. So I'm like, this needs to not be a thing. I don't want it.
Yep. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. First thing is technology does not need to be in everything.
No.
Like, I don't want my fridge to be linked to the internet.
Nope.
I don't want my stove to be linked to the internet. I want mechanical stuff when it comes to that.
Yep.
I want knobs and gears and that kind of thing. My friend, she had a stove, and it had the touch buttons on the back. So she's boiling water, brand new stove, $2,000. Well, guess what? The circuit board got too hot and then wouldn't work, so she couldn't turn off her stove.
What?
Yes. And it's just stuff like that, like in the cars. Somebody was showing the new cars, because you know how like the electric vehicle people are getting locked out when their batteries died and stuff, like Teslas are, and the batteries and all that. So I think it was Ford that made a new one, and they're like, oh, but look, this is convenient. And they opened up this little thing that looks like where your gas would go.
Yeah.
And it has 2 wires in it, a negative and a positive, that you can hook a battery up to unlock the hood, to get to the battery, to get in your car. Wow. So if your battery dies anyway, I'm just over it. Wow. I don't think we need all-in-one. I think it's hurting people, society, like mentally and physically, to have all that shit in your face all the fucking time. And I don't want to be sold to every 5 seconds. Like, and if I see a repeated commercial or sell, I will not buy it strictly on principle. Because if I'm standing there pumping gas and I seen your commercial 3 times, I will not ever buy your product because you fucking irritated me.
Do you go to Holiday where it repeats the video over and over?
I don't know. I go to a rundown gas station, but like at Maverick or Holiday, or it's like, and it's so loud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you end up seeing one of our ads on that, then you can just stick around and listen.
No, I'm tired of it coming at you at all angles. And they're doing it on purpose so that people can't fix their own shit. Mm-hmm. And you can't, like, it was nothing to fix a washer or a dryer before. Change out a heating element. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mechanics. My husband could work on cars all day, do whatever. Now with all that, you have to have the computer, whatever, to be able to
you have to
reset your system to link to the new parts you just put in or something. And
it's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's crazy insane. I get the benefits of it. It doesn't need to be in fucking everything. You know what I mean? Like, I just want my phone to be my phone. And it's convenient. It is convenient. Yep. But at some point, like, if I really need to get on the internet, then that's what laptops and tablets are for. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's my one.
So what's funny to me about that is I got this digital watch. Mm-hmm. I love the color orange. I love bright colors. So online, because the ad kept showing up over and I'm like, oh, it's like bright orange. It's called Sunset or whatever. And I ordered it and it was not Walmart digital watch cheap. Mm-hmm. It was not. So now I find they actually have a tangerine, which is bright orange, and that's what I would have wanted anyway. So now I'm like, I'm not fucking buying another one from you. So anyway, the point of the story is I got this, and I have a lot of people go, oh, look at that. And like, they do that, like, how cute you are with your little watch. And I think they think it's like
a kid's old school watch.
So I think initially, but then they hope it's actually like a smartwatch that I can do everything with. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like this. And I show them and they're like, oh, it's digital. I'm like, yeah. Because I got so sick of looking at my phone for the time, because what happens in my brain, oh, it's 11:56. Oh, I have 4 notifications. Mm-hmm. Right. And then I don't even know why I looked at my phone in the first place. And all it was for the time.
Yeah.
So, I got this for that specifically because I'm like, I'm with you. I need some distance from screens. I need some distance from algorithms. Even though I read with patterns, I read by understanding, looking at patterns, but I can't do it.
Right.
So listen, I appreciate you choosing to spend some of your screen time with us.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be more picky about what that looks like.
Yeah.
Especially after having binge watched the entire season 5 of Emily in Paris last night. Yep. I know I have to get rid of that TV. I have to get rid of it. It cannot be in the office, or I will just watch. Well, not just, but especially if I'm like, I'll just watch one episode. Yeah. And it's never one episode, right?
You have to like limit yourself. Like I can watch it at this time, or I can only watch it for this amount of minutes.
Yep.
But then you get sucked in, and then it's like, oh, fuck, there goes an hour. There goes 5.
What someone said that I heard someone talking about it the other day, but I used to, if I want to watch Netflix, I have to be on the treadmill. Mm-hmm. So this is when I was going to the gym. So I'm like, I can watch Netflix, episodes of whatever I want, but I have to be on the treadmill. So it was like a good hour of walking. Yeah, you have a treadmill right there. Mm-hmm. So it was like I have to be exercising at the same time. And so that worked really well for a long time. And then I, kind of quit going to the gym. But so, yes. Okay. So
That was one. What's your one thing?
So, I was so prepared. Mm-hmm. I wrote them in invisible ink. Mm-hmm.
I told you a week ago. I'm just kidding. It was only a couple days.
Still, it should have been.
It was a random, like, we seen each other out at a store, and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, do this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we was at the Walmart. Okay,
Walmart.
So I'm gonna pull a rune because it's gonna help me zero in.
That's kind of cheating.
No, it's not cheating. Not cheating. It's helping me. That's not it. It's helping me zero in on what it is.
Okay.
I have so many things I want to get rid of. So many people.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of. So. So the rune I pulled was Suilo, which looks like this. Like a little S. I know, I'm off. It looks like this. So that's a rune of enlightenment, which I hate the word. A rune of victory. But it's also like kind of in different terms. This, if we're talking about the three realms of the underworld, our world, and even the dogs love it. Yeah, they're all about it.
Right.
And the upper world, like that's a traditional split in a lot of cultures, but it's the idea of connecting heaven, the upper world, to this world. So you need that lightning bolt. And so I think when it comes to this, the one thing that I realized the other day that I still have a little bit of a challenge. No, I didn't know I was doing it because it, you know my story. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got rid of the pig, but you just bought another pig. It just has different lipstick color, right? So we keep doing the same things over and over. So, when it comes to that, the one thing I realize I've been doing a lot lately, because I allow, and I've told my spirit guides team, whatever we want to call them, my higher self. Well, I don't love that term either, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. To do is you can give me messages from me through my YouTube, the people I watch on YouTube who do divination. Well, what I've noticed is that I've started relying's weird. It's a weird term. I just have shifted to, it's easier for me to get messages that way than me having to calm, center, whatever myself. So I've been using it as a crutch, and the challenge is that's fine, but if I don't double check to make sure what that sounds like right, and I'll write it down. But if I don't double check it and go, okay, I'm still gonna have to sit with it and see if it feels right.
Right.
So I think when it comes to that, what's happening is that I'm what I would like to get rid of is that type of, because it's still needing an intermediary to make it go by quicker. Oh my god. Okay, so it's a mixture of what do you call it? Instant gratification, laziness, busyness, and whatever else. So I'm still using shortcuts. It's shortcuts. I need to get rid of shortcuts. Everywhere I'm trying to do, because for years I was so busy, any shortcut was very helpful. But now the shortcuts are becoming a hindrance. So I guess, yeah, actually I wouldn't have come up with that one on myself. So I'm grateful for the runes. Judgy. Thinking I'm cheating. Because I wouldn't have gotten there. There are way too many shortcuts. So I'm going to try and cut out some shortcuts, which means, and eventually you have to cut out a lot of other things that you were doing in the time that you had gained by using the shortcuts.
Yes.
I'm writing it down. Shortcuts. I'm getting rid of shortcuts. Do you have shortcuts that have become a hindrance for you?
I think, well, I don't think shortcuts. I just refuse to do stuff. If I think it's going to be too much of an effort or too long of a time before I see results, it's like, oh, well, here's 5,000 reasons why I can't do that then.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one of the things I can think about that just came up was I always bitch about my testosterone levels at 307 and 300 is the minimum for normal, and I'm bitch that my doctor won't give me testosterone replacement therapy. But what he does tell me is eat better and exercise. And no, I want the shortcut of the testosterone. Oh my God.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. That's the way we live nowadays.
Fuck.
You ever see, what's the show? WALL-E.
The little robot thing?
Yeah. Yep. And then at the start of that show, it's all these overweight people and they're in gliding chairs and they have their computer system right here. And everything's dude, I forgot about that. We're so not far from that. So not far from that. Like, fuck. People don't even have to walk if they don't want to. They're in those, when I went to California, they were all in those goddamn chairs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Stockton roads, even the sidewalks, right? Like we got skateboards as kids, and good luck.
You'd
because you'd hit a pebble and it would skid you to a stop.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day I saw some gentleman, some guy riding through town on one of the 2-wheel things that you lean forward.
The hoverboards. Yeah,
that thing. And I was like,
he's gonna eat shit.
Yeah, he's gonna eat shit is what I thought, and I wanted to follow him to see if he did, but I didn't. Because first of all, I was like, someone needs to call 911. So like, I don't know. I've been watching also like a lot of TV shows from Europe or Britain, whatever, and like, I know they're TV shows, but I think people are just kind of naturally, they walk more. The food's not full of the gross shit that ours is.
Like their fridges are smaller because they go to the store. They go to the market every 2 to 3 days. Yep. There's no hoarding or...
Nope. No, we don't stockpile.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So, number 2 for you. Wait, what's your number 1? If you feel like sharing it with us, you can put it in the comments below or you can send it to us. And maybe, we'll follow up with you and hold your feet to the fire. I mean, if you need that. But that costs extra.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to set some people on edge.
Okay.
Let me just do a little backstory.
Well, I love a story.
I have been in the special needs community for a long time.
Yep.
My brother is special needs. I was around before they decided to mainstream special needs. My son is special needs. I worked for years in the school districts, not Utah, other school districts, as a para. So I've had training, all of it, right? So here, I'm glad that people don't openly mock or... people do, but it's not as bad. They don't openly mock or abuse special needs like it was back in the day.
Yep.
Right? Like, I had to take my brother to school on the short bus. So kids are cruel. Anyway, so I'm glad that that's not a thing. And people are genuinely happy to see them and whatever. But here's the thing. When you see a special needs kid, like, it's cool, be nice or whatever, but let's quit trying to fit them into the normal box. This is the thing I have a problem with. I was talking to my friend the other day about her little nephew is autistic and stuff, and then the nonverbal and schools and the problems you run into with that. and I was in California a couple weeks ago. And so there was a lot of people, there was a lot of lines. And for the most part, people would genuinely come up to Luca to give him attention or whatever, which cool, great. But here's the reality of it. He doesn't give a shit about you, or if you're in his face, or if you're nice to him. He does not care. So when you try to demand a response from him, I'm going to get bitchy, because he does not have to abide by society's politeness codes. And if you talk to him and he doesn't look at you or recognize you, he's not going to say anything. And half the time I just see how long they'll go on before I say, he can't talk. Okay, that's one thing. Like, he is not there for you to feel better about yourself.
Yep.
That's one thing.
Yep.
Then the other is...
Sorry, you get some pleasure out of letting people suffer with that.
Yes, I do.
Because they should.
They should.
They should, but they don't learn.
No, they don't.
Sorry. Okay.
And they make it about them, which is why I make them suffer, because he's not here for your entertainment.
Nope.
Like, that shit pisses me off so bad. And then a lot of people, like a lot of kids now, and it's becoming an overwhelming number, are autistic. Mm-hmm. Autistic are very sensitive to sounds and lights and sensory issues, right? My son is also autistic, and so he has some, but not all of the sensory issues. So when you're in his face, you're bothering him. You're in his bubble. Mm-hmm. And he's not a normal, first of all, he's not a kid at all. Even though he looks like he's 12, he's 22. And he doesn't like your toys. He doesn't like your stickers. No, he can't have hard candy. He can't chew it. He's missing half of his teeth. No, he can't have your chips. He can't eat right. So I understand that this is all coming from a place of like, oh, I'm being nice to the handicapped kid. But like, wave and smile and say hi. And if you think he can't read your energy and you think that he doesn't know you're full of shit, you're dead ass fucking wrong.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're standing in line and this lady just would not let up and everything. And she kept turning around. Finally, I had to stand in front of him and block her so anyway, here's the thing. It's nice to be nice, but quit. And then when it comes to, they don't need to be normal. Like this whole mainstreaming kids into a regular school. If you're a higher functioning, let's say Down syndrome kid, my son is also Downs. He's not high functioning. Then cool. They want to be in the cheerleaders. They want to go to regular classes.
Yep.
It does not fit my kid at all. Yep. So the fact that we mainstream these kids, and in junior high, my son was going to take a gym class and a chorus class and a math class and a science class, and regular peers were going to take him to these classes. Absolutely fucking not. No. And then they tried to charge me for music for the chorus class. He can't read. What are you charging me? He can't talk. What are you charging me for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's quit trying to fit them in the normal box. Let's quit trying to expect normal public interactions. And he doesn't have to be happy to see you. He doesn't have to be nice and say hi. Like one lady jumped over. We were at Family Dollar and she's like, hi, how are you? And I just let it go. Hi, I said hi. And then she jumped over the counter all but and said, I told you hello. I'm like, you need to back up. He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the insane stuff. And so I know I sound horrible. Well, they're just being nice and you should be glad he's being nice and da-da-da. I am. But at the same time, I'm not. You can be nice, but he's not too. No, he doesn't want crayons. No, he doesn't want your stickers. No, he doesn't want food from you. And if he was a normal kid, none of you would be giving him any damn attention.
Yep.
My boys are close in age. My oldest son, nobody asks him nothing. They don't bother him. Probably his resting stickers. No. Probably his resting bitch face that he gets from his mother scares people away too, but they don't ask him for shit. And then you have and everybody's all up in his business, in his face all the time. Like, I'm glad you are being nice to them and not outright abusive, but also learn boundary. Like, just because he's special needs and can't tell you to get out of his bubble, stay the fuck out of his bubble.
Can I? So, what I really, really love about that is that I'm not even sure they're being nice.
I know. Okay, I was just doing that to be politically correct.
You are. You were just being nice. But
I know they're not being nice. They're getting something from it, and they're doing it to turn the attention to themselves so that they can sit there and say, I was nice to the special needs kid. Look at me.
Yes.
And they always want to tell me about their relative or whatever. So if we're just going to call it out, thanks for calling me out. I know they're not being nice. I know it's all self-serving.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I was trying to be nice about it.
Listen, I'd rather you be kind, which is telling the truth, than be nice, which is trying to, right? I think we do that too with. So I met with somebody yesterday, just to chat, kind of for a reading, and they kept calling themselves broken. And our friend will use that term a lot. And
I've used it.
Well, yeah. And so I said, hey, why did you use that term? Well, I am. And I was like,
according to.
Right. So if you all don't know by now what I'm about to do, you need to go fuck yourself.
It's definition time.
It's definition time. I'm just kidding. Don't go fuck yourselves. There was a play on the title. You know. So, broken definition. So, because I said one of my favorite things to do is now look at that and then ask myself why I'm using that word. So, broken. Having been fractured or damaged and no longer in one piece or in working order. Now, with people, the definition is having given up all hope and despairing. And so I said, which one of those definitions do you connect with? And the person was like, well, kind of both. I do feel quite depressed and I'm not sure where to go. And I said, so if we were to open... If we were to say, having been fractured or damaged and no longer in one piece or in working order, you would just find the piece that needs to be adjusted and adjust it. Or I brought up the example of I think it's Japanese china, where if it cracks, they fill it with gold. So the cracks, right? And so I even brought that up and the person was like, yeah, I've heard that before. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can tell that didn't do anything for you. But I said, so you'll never make it go back to how it was.
Right.
You'll never get rid of that. So you have to, I said, maybe start using the word alignment because you'll never fix it to the point where you work the same way again. You can't. It just won't happen. It doesn't even happen when nothing's wrong. The way our lives go, the way we progress, you can't go back. There's no way. In our current understanding of science and time and space. That interstellar object that came by yesterday, I don't know. Anyway, so we never know. So I think this leads into, I think one of the things that I think needs to go is not just using the word broken, but because I can sometimes substitute words, but in this one in particular, my goal is to really change the people that I'm working with. Not change them, but change the way I interact with that term. Because I don't interact with that broken term a lot with people. People will use it, but I've never stopped to go, we need to look at that because we all think we're broken. And again, this possibly can have been influenced by our Abrahamic faith integration of society, right? That you're never perfect. There's something wrong with everybody. Yeah. You can't do it.
You were
so
born wrong.
You're constantly, So here's where I think this goes. I'm going to be nice to the person who's going to allow me to be nice to them, and that will get me points in heaven. So I'll have more, I'm going to use this, I'm going to have more points on my commissary to be able to buy toothpaste and snacks when I'm in jail, when I'm in heaven, which is jail. It's that bullshit of you have to be nice, and see, here's where I think we've had these conversations. I think your son is telepathic.
Yeah.
Right? He is. Yeah, we've all had these things.
Yeah.
So we've had these conversations. So what I really love one day is for. Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think, I'm the cashier at Family Dollar, and to say hi is a low risk, high reward interaction that will get me good points and make me look like I'm nice.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want really so desperately is for him to go. I really do. I really do.
I've tried. There's a reason he can't do sign language, because he doesn't have finger dexterity.
Oh.
So he can't. He can't do that. But I've really tried to get him to. But this is thank you. My sister-in-law, she's like, I can't remember who she was with, but she was like, oh yeah. And so I was like, no, this is thank you. And I'm like, that she knew, like somebody, she's like, so I was telling you to do this, and that is not thank you. And I'm like, yeah, that is not thank you.
Thank you. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes thinking can be fucking, but not at the Family Dollar. Right. So
anyway, we just get that wherever we go, and I'm kind of tired of it, and I'm kind of tired of you to expect him to respond how I would respond. You're like, oh, how are you? Good, fine. You? He's not going to, and I'm not going to make him, and quit. Like, when we show up, you're like, hey, Luca, how's it going? And then he does this.
Yep.
And however many times he does it that day is whatever it means for him. But
I can tell when he wants to do it.
But you're not in his face talking baby talk and expecting something from him.
Nope.
So if you're going to interact with my child in public, don't expect anything from him, and do not get in his face, and do not get in his bubble.
I like it. I think what's interesting.
And don't tell me about your brother, sisters, cousins, nephew's kid that's just like, I have one of those, like it's a dog like or something.
Anyway. I have one of those free golden tickets into heaven. Really?
I know somebody just like that.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No,
they're not the same. They're different. Just like you and me. We are different.
It is kind of like, I like when people do that with anything. Like, oh my God, you know what? My cousin's best friend is gay. So maybe.
I know how your life is. I know all about you because.
Or we're going to hook you up. Yeah. Why? Well, how do you even know?
Well, because you're both gay, you should just like each other automatically.
And we should know each other already. Yes. Fuck. So was I talking to you about sniffies?
No.
Okay. So it's one of our other friends showed it to me. It's a website that you can, it's a basically anonymous sex kind of thing, but it shows up like, people can have anonymous profiles, and you have a picture and it shows you where everyone is, but it's really a DL for like some straight guys or bi, but who right. So especially living out where we live, I was shocked the one day I was like, whoa, how many of those things are there? And then the pictures are all just the penis. It's never a face.
Right.
I'm not attracted to your penis. Please. If you've seen one or 10, you've seen them all. Like, I'm not attracted to that. So, oh, you just want sex. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I know. That went so sideways. But the point. I'm going to expand on that one. Because part of my conversation yesterday ended up being going into the realm of, I think I'm broken because I'm not reacting and doing the things that are normal that everyone else does. And I'm not reacting to, a family member's death, or I'm not stressed or whatever. I'm not. And I said, that doesn't mean you're broken.
Right.
That means that doesn't work that way of doing that doesn't work for you. So I'm going to expand a little bit and say, I think if we don't begin to look at everyone that way, we're going to isolate people who are in your son's situation, just like we did it with immigrants and we did it with these things. Like, so we're separating again out. So I think we have to begin to treat everyone like that. Like, don't say hi to me if please. I'm a heathen. Yes. And you're going to giggle about my heathen tattoo if you're, a little old lady over 80. But until I say, yeah, I'm not Christian, then they're like, huh, what? Yeah. But like, until we normalize not normal,
right,
then I think people are going to continue to act in ways that are demeaning and irritating to other people. Yeah. So, okay, mine was broken. I'm working with broken. So what's your number 3? Uh-oh.
So this is like a 2-parter because the people, I do Reiki, right?
Yep.
I'm a Reiki master.
Yes.
If you can ever be considered a master at anything.
Yep.
The people, you're scrolling and they do the Mormon voice. Hi. Oh, I've been feeling, do this. And they have their little crystal and they're doing this at the camera. Jesus fucking Christ. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. And it is so bad now. It's like I don't know, my algorithm. I need to retrain my algorithm. But
Alex, demon.
Stop it.
Some of them are real, but it's become one of those fake things that people, I'm just going to do it, right? Sorry, don't pee. I mean, it's your house. You can pee on the floor if you want to. But that's exactly what it is, right? Yeah, I know. Our friend Tate's probably being like hit with all of my energy at the moment. He's like, that's why we're divorced.
Oh my God. Yeah. So first of all.
Yeah, I snorted. Oh God.
He did it just to make me laugh harder to try to pee for real. Anyway, that's gotta go. I'm so tired of that shit. First of all, it's fake as fuck. Because if I was to run into you on the street, you wouldn't give 2 fucks. You wouldn't even notice me, let alone give a fuck about what my energy was doing.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's clickbait. And third of all, if you guys watch that shit and think you're getting something from it, I'd be scared. You don't know what that person's going on. You don't know what they're sending out. It's not one size fits all fucking anything. Oh, I'm sending you good vibes. No, don't. Don't touch me with your shit. That's gross. Oh my God. Oh, that just popped up. I didn't even have that written down. I was like, that's gotta go.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay. I have found a couple of people that I like, but because this is woo-woo as fuck, right? What I do is if I feel like I'm in need of something, okay, here's my fucking shortcutting again. I'm watching the Reiki Fairy, real person, I didn't just make that. And I really like her, she's enjoyable. Anyway, because it's also ASMR, which my brain works with. So I have said to myself, okay, use this, but she's not in control of what's happening. I'm just using it as a way to cycle the energy back to do that for myself, right?
But you can do that without.
But I'm shortcutting it because I'm scrolling TikTok, like my 10-second reset of all my chakras. Okay, so do you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna real quick. I was watching again, Emily in Paris. What cracks me up about this is they were launching some whatever marketing products, but one person who had a whole bunch of followers said, look at this and all this, and if this gets 10,000 likes, I'll drop a pin where it is. Well, it got 10,000 likes. She dropped a pin. It ruined this nice, beautiful village in Italy, right? So, but that's what she wanted. All she wanted was the 10,000 likes. She was just trying to get more likes. It wasn't Emily in Paris, who I love. It wasn't that character, but it's this, it's hard now. Well, I think that is a reflection of what happens in society. I'm just going to say I can do this, right?
Well, right. And they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah. Oh, I can make money this way. Okay.
It never used to be this popular. So you see these, how do I put it without being,
Don't, just be kind. We're being kind.
That's how do I put it to be kind?
No, if you're thinking about it.
They're these women, and they all look alike, and sound alike. And they're new to this whole thinking for yourself thing, but I don't believe they're thinking for themselves. Mm-hmm. They're the ones jumping on this trend and doing that shit all over the place.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, well, I took a course for 3 months, so I am educated enough to be doing all of that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What are you doing? Anyway,
I have the sacred peacock feather, and you love yourself now.
Repeat after me.
And I have long, flowing blonde hair.
Love and light.
Yep.
Repeat after me.
Go fuck yourself. My vibration's just fine.
Yeah. But the thing I was really going to say that I had wrote down.
Sidetrack.
This time of year. Mm-hmm. And there was a comment in our prestigious 411.
My favorite.
And this lady said, I want my kids to know what it's like to really suffer and really know what hardship is. So where's the worst place I could go to volunteer so that they get to see that? And I was like, holy shit, there's so many things wrong with that statement.
Yep.
God damn. Anyway, and the fact that people, again, it's for clout. Mm-hmm. And it pisses me the fuck off. Mm-hmm. Well, I went and volunteered. Well, me and my family volunteered. What do you do the rest of the fucking year? Yep. I don't give a fuck if you're and your family go serve a soup kitchen on Christmas and that's your annual fucking tradition. Where are you the rest of the year? If you want that to be your identity and you want to get clout and followers that way or make yourself look better or feel better for 5 minutes, fine. But what are you doing the rest of the year? Just because you come out around Christmas when it is expected by society for you to do so does not make you a godsend or a saint or whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do. It pisses me off. First of all, that they talk about others as being like demeaning wise. Some people choose to live that lifestyle. Some people are sick of fucking capitalism. They're sick of climbing the fucking ladder. They're sick of no matter what I do, I'm always going to fall
short.
Not short, but like there's always going to be consequences that have nothing to do with me. I'm going to have to answer to people I fucking can't stand. I'm going to have to do this thing. I don't want to play the game. I'm tired of repeating. People are there for that. Now, granted, not all of them. And some of them, like, they use a food bank, but the single mom is providing a roof over her kids' heads and working and whatever. So what if they use a food bank? It doesn't mean that they're, you know what I'm trying to say. It makes me mad. And it makes me mad that it's this time of year, it's all about whatever. Fuck you. Where's the rest of the months? Where are you in fucking June when it's fucking hot?
It kind of reminds me of a couple of things. When they were really talking about putting the new prison out here,
mm-hmm.
And one of our local politicians said, well, they were debating on whether or not to do it because then it would probably end up with a tracks line out here or a light rail system, which would be helpful for people. But what I guess what the studies have shown, or what scenarios show, is that when you do that, a lot of high density apartment townhouse housing goes up around it because the people whose family members are in the prison will move there and live there. And yeah. And so what was said was, well, none of us want that in our backyard. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we
number
just
one,
like nuclear waste.
Yep, right. I mean, yes, we glow in the dark. Two, when they were, it was Provo, so it's not my community, but the idea that we're not going to put warm facilities for homeless people to go into because we don't want those people sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, because that's their way of not looking at it.
Well,
they're not real people. Yeah. There's those people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
well, if you want to keep feeling good about yourself, you keep those people around, bitch. You don't get rid of them because then you won't feel good about yourself. You won't feel like you're doing better. Yeah. Come on, let's think about yourself more.
Help if nobody was around to help? How would you get that justification for yourself?
Yep. Who are you going to help then?
Yeah.
You might have to help yourself or a neighbor. Forget about that. You better help a neighbor. My grandma was so mad. Her last pregnancy, she was put on bed rest, and so okay. My aunt is 70. There are 10 years between her and my dad. 71. When my grandmother died when I was 23. So when I was growing up, so when I was a teenager, I was very involved in the church. But anytime I bring it up, my grandma would say, those sons of bitches. And we joke about her saying that all the time. They never helped me. Those women in the relief study never helped me once when I was on bed rest, and we lived in a 300 person community. So everybody knows that someone needs help because it's just that, we know when ambulances show up before they show up.
Right.
And then we start calling around the phone tree, right? Not me, but so there are plenty of people to help in your own damn community. And the people just need support. I shouldn't say help. Fuck helping. Be supportive.
Yeah.
Be supportive, whatever that looks like. Because guess what? You think you don't need support, but you're wrong. Mm-hmm. We all do.
Yeah. Same with my grandma when I had to move her out of her apartment because they were turning it into some shelter thing.
Yep.
She had to move, so she moved in here with us. She was 80-something years old, and she would help with the funerals. So she'd go set up tables and all that. She did the programs at church every Sunday. She paid her tithing. She went and did all this stuff, volunteered for the church. And guess what? When she had to move, like, mind you, I was moving myself and my family in this house, and then I had to clean out her apartment and move her in at the same time. Do you think one member of the priesthood showed up to help?
Nope.
There was a billion excuses why they couldn't come that weekend.
Always.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fuck you. That's all I have to say about that. It angers me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's only helpful when it's the person they like or want or
right.
Or oh, well, he's prestigious. He's in the bishopric. I better go help him. Oh, she's just some old bag that fucking does everything she's told and is super helpful for her old age. So fuck her, you know?
Yep. Well, by the way, anyway, she's a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And in our society, you're meant to shoulder the burden of everything. Oh.
No, she just made me do.
Well, that's true.
You know all about that, though.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that?
Manas. Again. Yeah. So, manas, which looks like this. Oh, let me get an angle. Hold on. I got to change my fingers. There we go. Manas. Because now you can watch us. So Manas is about community. Manas is about agreements between people, social agreements between people. This actually came up yesterday in that conversation as a place to start to look at what things could be changed or what things were the things that needed to be changed, right? So for me, when it comes to that, over this past year, I have become aware. Pause. I thought that was a hair too, and you reached over. I was staring at it, and then like a minute later, you reached over and did that, like it was like you could get it off the table. And I watched you. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. That we were on the same. We hyper fixated on the same part on the table. Anyway, so over the past year, I've been really looking at all of my social contracts or like where my commitments are. I stopped doing a lot of things in Salt Lake, which saved me a lot of time. Money, it cost me some money too. And really looking at why I make the commitments I make. And so I've kind of gone through and pulled back from a lot of things. And so I get really irritated when people tell me, "Oh my gosh, you're so busy." I'm like, "Actually, bitch, I don't want to. Can we?" I stop people, and I'm like, "Actually, not really anymore." I spend a lot of time at home, and they're like, "Oh," and it startles them that I correct them. But I guess my social media looks like I do a lot. Anyway, so
well, yeah, because I have to judge you and your whole life based on the 2-minute video I watched.
Well, if you're really busy, it's okay for me to be really busy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I consider you successful, so that means you have to be busy in order to be successful.
Right. Yes. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. So, what I've done. Oh, and it is right there too. Yeah, it was in a reading I had from a friend of mine the other day about solstice. So,
what does Manas have to do? I said that wrong.
It's all right. No, you're good.
It was said right in my head.
Manas. Like it's like Mickey Minaj.
What does that have to do with what you want to get rid of?
Well, so just because I've ended contracts to give myself time to think doesn't mean I've changed the way I interact. So if something were to come up, what I've noticed over the past like 5 or 6 years is that I'll back away and then buy a new pig that has a different color of lipstick, right? Like especially going back to social media, because it's writing a book, having a podcast, doing social media, has been the venue to get clients for some cult people followers. And so what I'm like, oh, I every day I was spending hours a week putting up little posts about the rune of the day and like this is the guidance. And so, but it wasn't getting me anything. So I think one of the things that for me Manas is representing, because it's about it looks I want to give you all of my notes. We'll write on the back of this. So Manas is about, because part of it is represented by the rune Gabo. So when it's like this and it's equal, that's good. But a lot of times, if it shows up in readings for people, like this might look like mine. This one, where it looks like one side's bigger than the other, one person's giving more than the other. But he might have to listen to this.
He listens to all of them. So
yep.
Call him out.
Yep.
This is for you, Mike.
This is for you, Mike. This, yeah. Sorry, Mikey. So, in those instances, I'm adopting processes because it works for other people. And I'm not really actually putting it on any type of scale or criteria, right? To look through and go, is this really going to work for me? Oh, I've done that before, right? Or also being a spirit worker or shaman, there's a difference between being of service and being in service to. Right. So the only way we're taught to do this is to be in service to, which tends to then look very much like I have to be poor. I have to be destitute. I have to take vows of poverty.
Yeah. You overlook your basic needs in service to everybody.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So I become a servant to social media. I become a servant to my output, which has been, I'm outputting to gain something. One of the major lessons for me over the past couple of years is I can't do that anymore because for me, in the past, because of my needs not being met as a child, with no fault of my parents, they just didn't, they don't know. I learned how to manipulate people really quickly, and very easily. And so, when I do things for people, it's to get something, it's to get one of my needs filled. Well, it doesn't work anymore to do it. That doesn't work in social media. For me. So, like, energetically, I've been kind of like stopped from doing that. So what I have to look at and what I was kind of told was, if I'm doing what I want to do because I feel it's what I want to do, and then I'm putting it out, that's great. You can do that. But I start to get really tripped up when I'm trying to get something out of it.
Right.
Because it changes the energy of what I'm doing.
Yes.
And so just being me, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I'm just going to record this. I'm going to put it out there and if people like it or not. So Othala, your family life will be right. Like, ooh, right. Like if I want to do that, don't be,
don't do it.
Don't.
I don't even care if you want to do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it.
So let me tell you. So this is, I love these conversations because I do a lot of vibrational vocal things, right? So some of the healing I do is that way. So if I'm going to do it, I'm totally doing it. Like if you want me to, right? Like that shit. Like I can do that. And it actually is part of my healing modality. But what we've seen is that because we gauge people's effectiveness and power on how many fucking likes and followers they have, we miss out on the people who are actually truly gifted at healing. And because let me tell you, I could, if I fucking wanted to, drop my shit into curly blonde hair, right? Because I could do it, and put the hat on and do a macrame plant stand, plant hanger behind me with these plants, and I could do all that, and I could make it look like what people see and what they think this is supposed to be. But I actually have zero fucking energy for that. Like, I can't do it.
And if I seen that, I would be like, fake.
You'd laugh at me. Yep.
Fake.
Yep.
It wouldn't matter whether you were legit or not. I'd be like, I
was watching.
No.
Came across my Instagram this morning. It was a European woman talking about. I thought it's fantastic. What the hell? Oh my god! I think I got put in my place. Is what happened. I got my foot hooked in the. Woo, welcome back. Okay.
Die.
Oh shit!
You were trying to swim.
I'm all.
That's why. That's why that happened.
Yeah, because you
were being a jackass.
I was being a jackass. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So
it hurts. I gotta stop. Okay. Serious.
Okay. Whew. What she said, this nice young white woman from Europe, what she said was, because Europeans, through Christianity, through all that shit, right, for hundreds of years, have gotten rid of their roots. So now we do all the things we just talked about, right? And I'm making fun of it, not because there are people who actually are really good at these things and who have the proper, whatever we want to call it, but because for every one of those, there are 19 other ones who are like, welcome to Peaceful Yoga. I'm Candy. And today, like that, right? Like, it's just, it's a mess. So, that time I did it. No. Now I know how to do it. Now it's going to become a thing. So, she said Europeans have to go back to their roots. Now, here's my challenge. There aren't any to go back to because, okay, Europeans, maybe. You probably live.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, because when you were in Germany, there were a lot of things that are just culturally still there.
Yeah.
For us, this is probably the problem. This is one of probably the main problems that facilitated this podcast is we need roots. We need some ground, something that kind of gives us that support and belief system. And we don't have it.
Right.
And so that's great for Europeans, but how does that look for us here? Because without those roots, what we're doing, and this was her point, is that we just keep going to these other traditions and she put it very nicely, and in a nice way that I'm unable to do. We borrow, we steal, we take things from them, and then we just start regurgitating it because it's what we're taught to do.
Yes.
We just start regurgitating it, but really we're not rooted in that system. We're not rooted in any of that. And so I think that's
part of my problem. Like whenever I look into something, I feel like I have imposter syndrome.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Should I be here? Should I not? Is it blasphemous that I'm doing this or not? You know what I mean? Yep. So it's a big problem.
So I mean,
it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a speed bump on the road to life. Okay. We're getting Okay, so here's okay. I'm glad you brought up imposter syndrome, because imposter syndrome just means you're pretending to be somebody else, right?
Yes.
Now, I think there are a couple things that break off of that. So, yes, you have the power. Yes, you have the ability. Yes, you should believe that, and you should be able to do that. Mm-hmm. And so that's part of it. But I also think that I think that we have to try not to resolve imposter syndrome by constantly giving ourselves the go ahead to do what we're doing, because sometimes the imposter syndrome comes from the lack of the roots. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, right.
Because we don't know our ancient history, or even I can only go so far back. I have all my genealogy. I only go so far back. And it was so once they came across the ocean and landed here, that's as far back as the one side goes. You know what I mean? So
same.
And the other, I just haven't looked into it too much. Probably because I don't want to, because it's all rated the Mormonism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the one
I've traced us back to Adam and Eve. Well, I don't want to do that.
I know. People do that, and I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's what I meant about, because you don't know. You don't know.
No, and we're, constantly grasping for straws, roots.
Well, truth. And then with all the political correctness, gatekeeping, and you know what I mean? You're not allowed to, some people aren't even allowed to experiment or see if something's a certain fit, because you have, no, it cannot be done that way. No, you can't have skin that color if you want to do this. No, if you're not, and you can't prove that your great-great-grandma was part of this, you can't be a part of it, you know? So there's that too. There's a lot of, is there another word for that? Gatekeeping? I don't know.
No. But it's, I think when you're talking about we're controlling each other through that, not one person keeping the knowledge away from people. Right. We are doing it to each other by saying, I mean, in the summer you're tan. Yeah. But now you're kind of white. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of bullshit.
So you can't burn white sage or look into indigenous culture because you have no proof and your skin doesn't match.
Because people will say, oh, I didn't know you had any indigenous, they'll say Native American blood in you. And you're like, well, I don't, but I can still, if spirit's calling me there, it might not be to walk that path. It might be because there's some wisdom there for me from learning about their culture and learning about, especially here, the plants. I mentioned that earlier, right? Looking at the plants here as being the drugstore. Right. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the same, oh, well, you can't be into Celtic anything. You're dark-haired, brown-eyed, tan person. What do you know about it? You know what I mean?
Which is funny because the Irish are traditionally dark-haired.
Yeah, but now that it's taken on, you know what I mean? So you have, it's those people that say, no, you can't look into this because you don't look like this, or you don't act like this, or you're not from here. Yeah. But we don't know where we're from, really.
I think that interstellar object was coming to check on us because we're not from here.
We're not.
It was doing it's like the monitor that you have for your baby.
No, it drove by and it's like,
oh shit,
I'm out.
We're not getting any closer to that planet.
That planet will be done in 100 years. Yep. Let's just come back.
Yep. Scary.
We'll come back in a couple years and it'll be done.
We've had a few of those interstellar objects come through, and it does make me sometimes wonder if visitors are coming.
They're already.
I know. I don't even psychically try and tap into that shit because the one time, maybe that's a story for a different episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you watched Skinwalker Ranch? For crying out loud. They're already here.
They're already here.
They're all over all the
time. And we're not separate.
And if you are here listening to this, fix shit.
Mm-hmm. You have the power.
You're just standing by and watching. Okay?
Yeah. Yes. You have to. Yes. You have to. Yeah. We can't just think someone else is going to fix it.
I know, but it's easier that way. Just let me live in my delusion for 5 minutes, okay?
I know. Because
Anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Where are you at?
We are at 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we actually crunched a lot of stuff into an hour and 15 minutes.
And who would have thought 3 questions would have been an hour? Me, I did.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that was your idea.
We had like 1 question and it took 2 hours, so.
Yeah. So don't forget that if you want to let us know what your 3 things are that you're going to be letting go of in the coming year, you can do that by connecting with us, sending us a message on Spotify, or, if you know us, just send it to us individually. And don't forget, if you would like your very own version of
the
fuck t-shirt.
Yourself.
So this one's my favorite. The pink one's my favorite because I like that kind of 60s, 70s retro vibe. But I'll drop the link below, but if you go on the website, just know this is sporting the tank tops, but you can, when you click on whichever one you want, you can get the t-shirt too. So thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit today. Thank you for hanging out with me.
Our first
video, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
You've done it before, but I haven't done it before.
No, yeah. You've come a long way.
And there was a lot of activity for it being.
Ready? See y'all next time.
And in the meantime,
go fuck yourself. Oh, if somebody says your vibration's too low
or off or whatever,
tell them, go fuck yourself.
My vibration is just fine.
Absolutely fine.